Hey guys, good morning. It is 10 o'clock right now, or like almost 10:30. I actually just got done filming. I filmed a first impressions video on this makeup. So you guys will see that here shortly. I feel like my eyes are really dark underneath right now. Like really, really dark. I'm actually gonna lighten that up right now, and then I'm gonna head downstairs and grab Riley. My body right now from working out is so sore that I feel like I'm starting to get sick because my whole entire body aches. It sucks. But it's nice at the same time because then I know that I worked out and that I actually like pushed myself. So that's a plus. But I'm hurting right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up this room and then lighten up these under eyes because this is like too dark for me. And then go see my baby. All right, so I added some concealer underneath my eyes. I added the Makeup Forever Light Capturing Self-Setting Concealer. This is the brand new concealer in the shade 1.2 because I am pretty fair right now. But I added that on underneath. I had this one on beforehand, but I just added some more because it is a little bit more on the light coverage side. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but I definitely think it's buildable. Just added more on top of my already setted makeup, and I actually did just fine. Like, it didn't break up the makeup. It helped a lot. I feel like the eyeshadow that I did on down here just really darkened up my eyes, and I'm not the biggest fan of always putting down eyeshadow down there. I think it really comes down to your eye shape on if it looks good or not. And with my eyes being so open, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of it all the time. It really depends on the look. It really brightened up my eyes, which I needed. Now I gotta find the energy to get up. I can't laugh, my abs hurt. Look who's in here with me. She's actually been following me around whenever I don't have Riley, because then her daddy has Riley and she does not like that. Do you, baby? Do you? No. You're mad that she's getting the attention and not you, huh, puppies? I feel so bad for my doggies. You guys are slowly adjusting to Riley. You still have a long way to go. Look at this hair on your nose. Can I move that? Let me move the hair. Let me move the hair. All right, so real quick, I got this in the mail. This is the Baby Butts Cream. Relieves and prevents diaper rash, and it's 100% natural. So I got this from a brand. Oh, they've been like winners for a lot of things on here, as you guys can see. So they sent this over to me. Awesome. Thank you so much to Baby Butts. Yeah. And next up is something that my mom actually got for her that I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning these. So they're a bunch of silicone teethers, but they'll also be really good just to dangle from the little arch for her to play with too, and like be able to put her in her mouth. So these are non-toxic and eco-friendly silicone teethers. So the first one, these are from the brand called Lulu Lollipop. I will have all these linked down below. And this is the llama one. It's really cute. Look at that. And then we have, this one's my favorite. This is the unicorn donut one. So cute. And then we have a donut. And then we also have this passy clip right here, which she can chew on these right here for teething. And then also, oh my God, okay, I have to say this is probably my favorite one. Look at how adorable this Pegasus is. Like this unicorn Pegasus. This is so cute. Look at this. Oh, these are so adorable. Let's see, how do they say to wash and inspect before use? That's all you say. Okay, so I'm just gonna wash these really, really well. I don't know how they would do in my sanitizer. I'll probably they're aged 3 months and up. These are perfect because she actually turns 3 months here in 2 days. It's crazy. Time is flying by. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys these real quick. I thought they were really cute. So I'll have all these linked down below for you guys. Hey guys, so Riley's taking a nap right now. She's just chilling in that swing. I definitely recommend this swing out of anything, you guys. It is the best thing ever. I love it. You can rotate it in different ways. So say if we're sitting at the table and she's in the swing, I can rotate it to where she's facing me, and I can look at, like, I can see her face and everything, or I can make it go frontwards, or I can have it facing me this way, which is amazing. So highly recommend the swing, you guys. It's linked down below in the Amazon baby must-haves. It's the Graco swing. You'll see the picture of it pop up on the list. But Joel is actually just bringing in my packages right now. But anyways, so I went on Instagram. Oh, first off, the concealer that I tried out today, that Makeup Forever one, is really nice. I love how lightweight it is. It is so nice. It definitely is not full coverage. So if you like full coverage, I would probably pass on it, but I really, really like it. I think it's really nice. I went on Instagram and I asked you guys, like, what would you like to see more in the vlogs? And a ton of you guys were talking about, like, you'd like to see more of the routines, more of, like, Riley's, like, sleep schedule, her feeding schedule, how we soothe her, how, like, just our tips and tricks of what we do. And that's something that I've been really wanting to incorporate more, that I can go more in depth with in a future video.
But was empty for one day.
I know. There might be toys in those, so you might not want to take everything up there. Okay, like I was saying, a lot of you guys wanted to see a lot about that, and I also really want to talk about play and different things that you can do with babies to help stimulate them in order to reach certain milestones quicker and easier. That will be for another video, but I figured that we can just like quickly just touch base on like the types of babies and like kind of analyzing, which I'm sure it's very easy to know what type of baby you have. There's 3 types of baby. There is difficult, easy, and slow to warm. Difficult babies are very hard to transition, very hard to take to new places. They don't soothe easily at all. Basically, if you're having to try to get them down and go to bed for like an hour or more, and if you try to take them out and about and they just don't handle the different environments very well or that transition very well, they're just extremely fussy and very difficult. You know when you have a difficult baby. Easygoing is easygoing. Basically, they handle transitions well, they handle different people well that are holding them, they handle routines and schedules easily, or getting into routines and schedules. They are soothed very easily, and they're just easygoing. And then slow to warm is actually ones that will fuss a little bit in the beginning, and then they'll warm up and be totally fine. Like, say if you're trying to get on a new routine, they'll fuss a little bit and then they'll easily get into that routine. It just takes them a little bit longer to be able to do it. So with Riley, she is actually an easygoing baby. Thank God. We got very lucky with her, but does that mean that we're gonna have an easygoing toddler? No. There's a good chance that she could be a difficult toddler. They can flip-flop very easily, but I think the biggest and the most important thing is routines and schedules, and keeping them on a consistent routine. Like, something I've learned with being a teacher, you cannot, like, if a child's routine is thrown off, it is chaos, like chaos. So for us, when I was a teacher and we would have like holiday parties, so like say it's Christmas time, we're gonna have like a little Christmas party in the classroom, so that would kind of throw off our routine that we would, our schedule throughout the day, and the kids would go insane. And then, or like say if we have a guest speaker coming in, that takes away circle time, their routine is messed up and they go crazy. If it's raining outside and they can't go out and play, they go crazy. The biggest thing, especially with toddlers, is you have got to have a routine and consistency with them. Otherwise, you will have a crazy toddler. So that's one thing I've learned with kids. Babies are very similar. One thing I've noticed with Riley, because I always get asked like what type of schedule we have her on, we actually, like, I've looked online and I've gotten schedules online. I actually have a really good one here that I'm going to share with you guys that you guys can try doing with your babies. When I looked at these schedules, I actually found that her schedule is very, very similar to them. They're off a little bit on times, but she kind of just put herself in her own routine and schedule. But I think that has a lot to do with me, because I have my little routine every single morning and that's how I am. And if my routine is thrown off, or if I'm made late or anything like that, I go crazy. So I'm just like a child in that sense. Basically, let's say she usually wakes up around 6:24, and then I will feed her, I'll nurse her, and then that will be enough for her and she'll go right down. And she'll fall asleep till, I wanna say like almost 8. And then that's when I give her another that's when she wants a really big feeding. And so I nurse her a ton. And I usually, like, that is enough. Sometimes it isn't, and I have to have Joel go get me a bottle, but that's very rare. Usually it's enough. And then during this time, like at 6:24 when I nurse her that first time, I will grab my laptop, I'll start working on it. I'd make myself a coffee. Joel will get up around that time too, and he'll make me breakfast and everything. And I'll work on the vlogs or the videos, and then I'll do that big feeding with her, and then I'll put her back down, and then that's when I will get ready. and start my day. And then I get her clothes, and then when she starts waking up, that's when I change her and I get her clothes, and then she comes downstairs, and that's when she'll usually get a bottle, because that's when she kind of needs a bottle, because my nursing, so I will try to nurse her, but that's when it's just not enough anymore. She wants more. And then she has her afternoon nap, which will usually take for about 2 hours. And then, no, usually after that bottle, she has playtime and she's up, and then we really tire her out with playtime. So if you want them to sleep well, playtime and tummy time is everything. If you play with them and you do tummy time, it makes them so exhausted. So if you're even having trouble getting them down at night, try playtime. Okay, try playtime or tummy time, and that will really exhaust them and help them get them down for the night. And then to make sure that you give them a good bottle or a good feeding beforehand. Like I was saying, so she gets really exhausted, then she takes her afternoon nap, and then right now she's starting to wake up. So she'll take her afternoon nap, then she'll get her feeding, and then we'll play with her some more, and then she will put herself to sleep shortly after that, and then we'll play some more, and she'll get a feeding, and then we usually eat dinner. I try to feed her really good before we eat dinner now, so that way I can enjoy dinner, because then she'll take another little nap, and that's usually around 5 to 6. And then she will, if it's bath day or bath night, then she'll go upstairs and get a bath, and then I'll have a bottle ready for her. And we will listen to music. I play the baby Mozart music, and I feed her a bottle, and then she goes right to sleep. Or if it's not bath night, then I usually clean up downstairs and bring her upstairs and feed her really well. I usually, honestly, it's hard to say with us, like it goes between nursing and a bottle. It really comes down to what she wants at the time. I'm looking at her cues, so it's not always the same every time on that. But she usually passes out around 8 to 9 o'clock, and she's done. She's done for the night, and she won't wake back up until 6:24. Sometimes she likes to wake up at like 3 something. Like last night she randomly woke up at 3, and I gave her passy and she went right back to sleep. So she will put herself to sleep, and that is amazing. She knows how to self-soothe already. She sucks on her hand, so she'll easily fall asleep. Sometimes she'll kind of fuss, but I'll just let her sit there and fuss, and she'll go right to sleep. Like, you just have to let them do it. You just wait for their cues. I know when she starts rattling up, and I'm like, okay, she's not going to self-soothe. She's too far gone. So then that's when I get her. Yeah, so definitely tummy time is huge, and playtime is huge, because that exhausts them. And plus, they need that stimulation from you. They need that emotion and physical stimulation, because one, that connection, like, that helps stimulate their brain development, and it helps them reach milestones faster, and also helps them to feel safe, which therefore makes them feel even more independent. So always staying in tuned with their cues and how they're feeling is like the most important thing. And like with them, you should never let a baby, for my thing is, you should never let a baby like get to the point of like screaming and crying. But you should allow them to cry a little bit, but then you should always be there in a timely manner, so that way they know that they're going to be taken care of. That teaches them that you're going to be there, and that makes them feel safe, and that makes that more secure attachment for later on, and allows them to be more independent later on. Because if they don't feel safe and they don't feel secure, then they're gonna have a hard time transitioning when you have to leave them to like go to daycare or go to school, or leave them with someone else, with strangers. Not strangers, but like people that are strangers to them. So that's why that is so important. But also another thing that really helps them is a warm bath at night. So if you are having trouble with them getting down, give them a nice warm bath at night, and give them a good bottle or a good feeding, and then also play some non-stimulating music, and keep the lights off. Keep the TV off. Do not put on anything that's going to stimulate them. So with Riley, that's what I had to do in the beginning. And now I can have the TV on, and she'll be in her bassinet, and she'll sleep right through it just fine. Like there's no problems there anymore. So she can handle all that now. But in the beginning, she couldn't. Another thing, so I know there's a lot of moms that love breastfeeding and exclusively breastfeeding. But one of the things that I've learned is at night, you don't know how much they're getting when you're breastfeeding. So a lot, and also when breast milk is digested faster than formula. And I have nursed her at night and she'll sleep through the night. She's just a good sleeper. But if you're having difficulties with them sleeping at night and you just want them to sleep longer, for me, what really works is pumping and giving them a really big bottle before they go to sleep. So I know exactly how much she is eating and she's getting a full feeding, which will keep her fuller longer, because sometimes they don't get a full feeding and you don't know that, and they'll fall asleep and they're gonna wake up in a few hours because they're hungry again. So that is like the biggest thing. Is I started doing that, I wanted to say a few weeks in is when we started giving her a bottle. Probably like a month in, we started giving her a bottle, or close to that. And she was always a really good sleeper at night. She would like only wake up one time throughout the night, and it was pretty easy going. Those are like some tips and tricks. There is a warm bath, turn off the lights, turn off the TV, no stimulation. Oh, also keep them warm. I think Riley runs cold, but if I keep her warm, she sleeps for so long. So I actually put her in a bodysuit and then a fleece onesie and then a fleece sleep sack on top of that. And then yeah, that keeps her nice and warm, because I noticed when she was younger, if I didn't have her warm enough, she would wake up, and then I learned that trick that she needed to be warm. That really worked. So yeah, keep them warm bath before bed. If you're okay with giving them a bottle, pump and give them a bottle. Or if you guys give them formula, you probably have already discovered that they sleep longer with formula because it takes longer to digest. So even formula at night will help them sleep longer. I learned that when I had to start supplementing with her when my period started, because my period started, my supply just like completely tanked for like a day or two, and I had to supplement, and then it popped right back up and I was good. I still supplement here and there because I can just tell she's just not the best latcher. She's not the best nurser. She, one, falls asleep instantly, and two, she doesn't latch very well and it hurts me. So I know she's not getting enough milk. So yeah, this is just her nursing. She's not the best. She never really was that great, even from the beginning, but that's because she had a tongue tie and then we had to use a shield. I would say if you're comfortable giving them a bottle, give them a bottle. That really, really helps. But the biggest thing is like the stimulation, and also a passy is really good for them. So if you want to give them a passy, so passy helps soothe them on their own. It's amazing. But those are some just like tips and tricks right there that I've learned with her. But again, all babies are different, so you just have to be really in tune and analyze your baby and just kind of trial and error to see what works and what helps them. And that's what I've noticed with Riley. I'm just very in tune with her. I can kind of tell, okay, is she uncomfortable? Is she hungry? Is she cold? Is she too warm? And you just learn their cues, and I kind of learned them within the first few days. I just know like her cries of what it's for. Or even if she right now only fusses if she's hungry, or if she has a dirty diaper, and then sometimes when she's really tired but she can't fall asleep. That one's starting to come up a little bit here and there. But those are the two main reasons why she fusses or cries. Her cries really don't, her cries are kind of almost like fake cries, and then when you hear them riling up, getting really loud, then I'm like, oh, that's a real cry. And it only gets to that point if she's hungry. She's very demanding with her food. Very, very demanding with her food. For the schedule that I found online, I will have it pop up on the screen for you guys. You can take a look at it, you can screenshot it, whatnot. But this one is pretty similar to Riley's, but there is some times that are a little bit different than hers. But again, it's really just all about finding what works for you and your baby and your, like, also your schedule. But look at, she already just she's putting herself back down to sleep right now. She woke up, was staring at her mobile, and now she's putting herself back to sleep. She's the easiest going baby. I got so lucky with her. She's so good. But also staying calm. I think like also like babies can really read and feel, get the feelings from who's with them, and staying calm with them even when they're crying and you're like so done. Being calm is the best thing because they feel what you feel, and they can tell when someone's not comfortable with them. They can tell when someone's not happy. Like, always stay calm, even though I know it can be hard at times. And if you need a break, that's when, don't be afraid to ask someone for help. Like with Joel, he helps me a ton. My mom helps me a ton. But I think I covered a little bit of it. I wish I could do it a little bit more structured for you guys. Like, if you guys want to ask me more specific questions, just comment them down below and I'll answer them in the next vlog. I don't really have her on a strict routine. I kind of just go off her for cues and what she needs, and it seems to be working for her. But if you have a more difficult baby, a strict routine will probably help you a lot more. And I think it's more beneficial definitely to babies that are a little bit more difficult. But so far this has been working for us, and she's such a good sleeper. She's like her dad. Like, Joel can sleep through anything. That kid sleeps so well. I am not a good sleeper, so she definitely got that from him. But she's such a good, easygoing baby. And if she does get fussy at all, like, she does have her moments where she's just like, I'm not happy right now, I'm not having a good day, she's instantly soothed whenever you pick her up, and I just go back and forth and she soothes easily. So I hope that this little like peek into our schedule kind of helps you guys out. I really want to do a vlog where I just literally have my camera on my nightstand and I just walk you guys throughout our whole entire day, like whenever we feed, and then whenever she sleeps, and whenever we do playtime. It'll be probably kind of like a long vlog, but I think that will probably show you even more better of an example of how our days are. So maybe I will do that here soon, but I hope that this just helps you guys. And then also Google is your best friend. I Google everything. When she was having her late night feeds, I would Google during that time. Like, I would just have my phone and I'll be feeding her, and I'll just like start Googling random stuff about babies that I just did not know before, or that I wanted to freshen up on. So that is the biggest thing. But I hope that those tips will help you guys. I'll probably do more. Again, I'll probably show you guys like a whole walkthrough of our day and go more in depth with everything. Since this last clip was so long, I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. So I hope that this helps you guys. Sorry if I don't have much emotion or energy right now. I'm actually really tired. This week was rough. I was very busy this week. I brought in working out like harder this week, and that really took a lot out of me. And then also I filmed a lot and got a lot up. So I am just exhausted right now, and plus this little one's sleeping again. So I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. Bye!